Come on.
Hey guys,
Hi.
Richard
And Amanda. And Benjamin.
and Avenger Bump from the Poke family here again. Now, I'm super excited. This Team Go Rocket stuff. Woo! Guess the Pokemon is back. That's right, James. It is. Guess the Pokemon is back. This Team Go Rocket stuff that's dropped, I've been waiting for ages. I'm super excited about it. I want to make an edited video out of it. Unfortunately, we're stuck right smack bang in the middle of a flood. It's been raining solidly all day, and the weather reports have said that it's put as much rain down in our area today as we should expect in an entire year.
If you want to look at some of the YouTube stuff that's going on right now, Google Sheffield, South Yorkshire floods, or Meadowhall. They've closed a whole shopping centre, like a mall, which is a massive mall, because it's too dangerous for people to leave.
My friend,
quite scary, isn't it?
who doesn't play Pokemon Go, he's a nerd. He's like me. He's a nerd. He's into all the other nerdy stuff. He doesn't have time for Pokemon Go. He works in Barnsley, where you've seen us, or just on the outskirts of Barnsley, where you've seen us play many times on this channel. And he lives just on this side of Sheffield, which should be about a 35-minute drive in rush hour. Today it took him 5 hours to get home. 5 whole hours. We abandoned our activities, didn't we?
Came home, yeah.
We got plans to do all sorts of stuff today, including Pokemon Go stuff. So are you wanting to? Are you biggering us?
I'm not biggering us, no.
Well, that's what we're doing, James. We are staying safe. As you can see from my special quest log, I'm not spoiling anything by showing this. It's step 1. Everybody has access to this. This is as much as I've done today. The bottom one, claim reward, catch a shadow Pokemon. So I haven't got far, and I didn't film any of that. They were just accidental spins. I find it very difficult to start a video when the first part of a special research is spin Pokestops, because it's just something that I automatically do when I'm playing the game. If I see a Pokestop and I spin it. So we're going to start probably with step 1 complete and step 2 on the go. I do know what step 2 is. It's a bit crazy, step 2, but we'll see.
Hi, Amy. Hi, David.
Hey, David. Hey, Amy. Yeah, so it is really bad weather-wise here. Crazily, I've just been on one of the chats for our community, and given the fact that the Team Rocket event has just dropped and they've released regular shiny Meowth in the wild, there are still people in our community out shiny checking. And I said, you guys are crazy. You should go home. It's dangerous, you know. I think it's extremely unlikely that Mansfield Centre would ever be flooded. It's not built in an area that's at risk of great flooding. But if they happen to live in an area where there is a risk of flooding between Barnsley and home, they might not get home. And it is cold and wet out there. They need to go home and play Pokemon Go when it's safe. We've been having weather warnings all day. You know, when you turn the app on and it says, it is dangerous weather conditions, are you safe? Type thing, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't like spoilering the special research, but I've started to, just with the notion of making videos. It's easier to make a smoother video if I know what's coming. It's easier to plan our schedule if I know what's coming, and I don't particularly like doing that because I like to be surprised by it. But hey ho, he's our poor Benjamin has been in the wars. His eczema's still flaring up, but we've got some cream that we're putting on him at the moment, and that's seemingly helping a little bit, isn't it?
A little.
He's had a chamomile bath today, which has helped a little bit. He's on the mend, I think. So yeah, the Team Rocket stuff looks ace. It looks ace. They Niantic have knocked it out of the park again for me. It's the way that you have to do these things. The fact that this special research seemingly is a recurrable one that's going to happen every month. So you get the opportunity to do the special research in order to find Giovanni once a month to have a go at getting the Pokemon that he has, which means that they can change the Pokemon that Giovanni has over time, and release Shadow Legendaries that way. They could introduce all different kinds of new stuff using this system. Team Rocket isn't the only team in Pokemon history that are the enemies in the game. You have got all Team Aqua, Team Magma, Team Flare, you name it. There's loads. Team Galaxy. I nearly said space. It isn't, is it? It's Team Galaxy. They could introduce all these things at a later date with the system. I love it. I love the characterizations for the team leaders as well. I think that they're very anime inspired. They're very Pokemon inspired. Awesome job. The only criticism I have is, where are Giovanni's eyebrows? Team Space. I need Team Space. It's Team Galaxy, Amy. Alright, I have to remember a lot of stuff. Yeah, we tomorrow we were supposed to be taking Benjamin to see someone, weren't we?
Yes.
And it doesn't look like that we're going to do that. I mean, he's seen some people about his eczema already, but we want to make sure that we're making the right decision and using the right stuff with him. So we were, collecting different opinions on how to tackle this thing best. And that doesn't look like it's going to happen tomorrow. It's too much of a risk with a 6-month-old to be going out in an area that's at risk of flooding. We can't afford to be trapped somewhere. We just can't afford to do it. It's just be unsafe for him. I'm just imagining a grunt riding a Palkia through space. Oh dear. Oh dear. But I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, the whole I know the grunts have been around a while. I mean, I've done 300 plus grunt fights so far. So that is it's interesting how they delivered that, but the introduction of the leaders, and meaning that you can get shiny shadow Pokemon through the leaders. I don't know what the rates are. Whether they're any good.
They threaten Blanche. I'm ready for war.
Yeah, I know. I felt that way about it as well. Out of all the 3 team leaders for the good guy teams, the guys who are assisting Professor Willow, Blanche, I mean, I've openly picked on her a little bit. Sorry. I've openly picked on them a little bit. I apologise. And I feel a bit bad about that now because they've been characterised as being the most timid, the most insightful, the most research orientated like character out of the 3 plus Willow on top of that, and the fact that they were the only one that the Team Rocket leader kind of bullied, I took umbrage with that. I didn't like it. I can't wait to beat up the Go Rocket leader that bullied them, because it's just not fair. I don't like it. I know it's only a game.
It's not okay, is it?
It's not okay. It isn't okay at all. Isn't okay. It's always Pokemon Go has always had a bit of a us versus them atmosphere with the teams. These are my gyms, blah blah blah. But Niantic have done a pretty good job in the past, 6 to 12 months of developing things that shows the teams working together a bit more. The leaders working together a bit more. So I'm glad of that, to be honest. I really am. Cliff was the one that made me laugh as well, Amy. Did you watch the video? And there's Cliff stood with two grunts and he's doing like this, like weird, like jumpy action and stuff. And I just thought, you look like a toddler not getting his own way. You know what I mean? I want more sweets. Grunts, go get me some more sweets.
I appreciate you allowing an instinct vote watch your life.
You know me. I've always been a very openly, Valor for life type thing. My avatar.
One for all.
My avatar is wearing like all the Valor gear, including the shoes, the t-shirt, the hat. So I have been very much a Valor for life guy. I am that guy that turns up at EX raids and fights to get the gyms, and and take the gyms and stuff. Not in a mean, I want to deny the other teams kind of way. It's just I have a natural competitive spirit. Amanda tells me that I'm quite competitive, and Team Valor is a good fit for that. I am competitive. I want to have the best Pokemon. I want to have the most chances to get the best Pokemon. So that's why I take gyms and stuff when I'm waiting for EX raids and stuff. That's a decent sneasel, Amanda.
Is it?
Yeah. Great throw. Well done.
You should see some throws I've been doing.
I'm bad at using one.
Straight up.
I find it difficult, when we're filming and I have to hold the camera, I can't find anywhere to put it down on the tripod. But I do find it difficult.
Oh, she were right.
Yeah, 98. Get that. Evolved and maxed. Shame it wasn't shiny. Isn't it?
It is.
So what do you guys think of the Go Rocket stuff? I mean, the event. I mean, I don't know. Are Niantic trying to drip feed more things to hunt into the game?
Maybe.
Because we had the main Pokédex. We've always had the main Pokédex, right from the beginning. The original 151, and it went on as the more regions were released. Then they started to release shinies, which are a rarity. They're difficult to find, difficult to collect them all. You know what I mean? And that is a goal that most long-term players have in the game. Complete their shiny Pokédex, which is going to be extremely difficult to do because they continually release new ones. But then they released Lucky Pokemon, which registers in the Pokédex for you to be able to collect them. And now they've released Shadow and Purified Pokemon. And it's just more and more things to collect of the same type of Pokemon. It's fairly ingenious, to be honest, because the core mechanic of all Pokemon games is catch them all, isn't it? Whatever's available in that game, catch it. I can't imagine trying to complete a shiny dex in a main series game. That would be insane. Insane.
Yeah, we've said that before, Amy, that they need to be more
The Sneasel comment. I've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, Amy. Let me show you my Sneasels. Look how many lucky Sneasels I have, right? This is continual and perpetual
Trading.
trying to get decent IVs. Now, I do have some decent ones. Some pretty decent ones. I mean, I've got this 96% one here.
Oh gosh, I'm so tired.
I've got a 98% one there with only 14 attack, and I've got one that's maxed out that's 98% with 14 attack. But it's been a real slog for me to get those. I've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and it's been just so difficult to get decent IV ones. As far as the comment regarding events and spreading them out a bit more, they are prone Niantic, extremely prone, and I feel it more in the winter months. I don't know if you've noticed, the summer months are replete with events that that kind of surround, like the Go Fest / Safari Zone events. They're not so heavy on the like themed events so much over the summer, other than them being based around those events. In the winter months, it seems to be, at least in the northern hemisphere, when they release some of the tastier morsels in Pokemon Go, and they do it at an alarming rate, and they obviously do that because a majority of their player base, their stronger player bases, you've got the United States, Northern Hemisphere, you've got Europe, Northern Hemisphere, you've got Japan, Northern Hemisphere, you know, so they know what their target audience are, and they keep people playing by releasing these events that are like, oh, whoa, this is a really good event, I'm going to go play, I like Pokemon Go, but, you know, there's always that nagging feeling of, I've been out a lot playing Pokemon Go. I don't even remember what my wife's face looks like.
Like this.
What? You're going to hate me, Richard, but I've got an 100 IV shiny lucky Sneasel. Oh, James. You know, for all my playing of Pokemon Go, I still don't have a Shundo of any variety. I've got a few 98s.
Oh no, Rich.
What's that?
Amy's other half's buying Sword and Shield for Christmas, but he's only letting her play one of them early. Which one does she choose?
Right. Let me tell you how I base my choice. We're getting both of them. And I think that I'm going to play Shield. And I'm not basing the choice on any information on what's available in the raids, which Pokemon I can only get in Shield, etc. It's basically the two titular legendaries. I prefer the Shield one. I can't remember. Is that Zacian? The Shield one. The other one's name I can't pronounce. But the one with the sword in its mouth, I don't like the look of. I don't like it. I don't think it works very well. But I do. I'm now aware, and I'm sorry if nobody wants to hear spoilers. You don't want to hear spoilers about Sword and Shield. Look away. Close your ears. Don't listen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler time. They are going to do multiple forms for those two like titular legendaries. So there's going to be a form without the sword in its mouth, which I would immensely prefer. The whole sword in the mouth thing is an interesting idea, but I find it difficult to look at. Thank you, Mr. Sharkbite. So I'm going with Shield, and it's because I prefer the legendary from Shield. But we are going to have both, so I will be able to kind of swap and change, but I don't think I will do that. I'm hoping to at least stream some of it and show my utter and base incompetence when it comes to playing main series Pokemon games. I'm so far behind, it's unreal. I played Red and Blue and Yellow and liked those, but there weren't any breeding. There weren't anything to do with Pokemon nature's affecting their stats. There weren't any eggs. There weren't anything like that. It was just a base game. And so was Let's Go Eevee, which I played and completed. I have played Alpha Sapphire, and I did like that, but I didn't necessarily delve into everything. I just followed the quest, completed all the gyms, captured Kyogre, and finished the game like that. I've played some of Platinum, not all, and I've turned the loading screen on for Pokemon X, which I own. I've never played, so I really am going to be going at it a newbie and a beginner, and I'm hoping people are going to enjoy that on the stream because they'll be hopefully I can get people in who are going to be discovering that along with me or able to give me advice on where to go or what to do next. So that's what I'm going to be doing with Sword and Shield when it comes out. Probably playing Shield. I don't know, let me ask you guys. I really love Grookey. Grookey is my favourite starter from Gen 8 by a mile. But I'm thinking about putting a poll out on my Twitter asking people which starter to choose. I don't know what you guys think about that. Such a big decision. He said he was going to buy me both, so I didn't have to choose. Then said he was only going to give me one early, so I'm back in the same boat. It's a good job, young love. Well, number one, you're a lucky lady that is going out and buying these games for you. I mean, what's it going to cost him? Like £100? Pretty good gift, isn't it? Pretty good gift. And number two, he's a lucky guy to have you, isn't he? He's a lucky guy to have you. So that's what I'm going to be doing with Sword and Shield. I'm almost definitely going to play Shield just because I prefer the Legendary, and I suppose the colour's more like a red, isn't it? So Valor. But yeah, I'm going into it fairly blind. I've not been able to keep up with the spoilers or anything so much because we've had Benjamin, and like I've been trying to, all the spare time that I've had, I've tried to focus on the channel and produce videos because I knew we had a big break. It's not been as solid a production line as I would like it to be, but we are producing edited videos somewhat again. So I'd prefer to do that than spend my time looking at Sword and Shield spoilers.
Hi, Dean.
Hey.
I powered up a shiny 14, 15, 11 Mewtwo with Psystrike to level 30. Worth the investment?
Potentially. I mean, Psystrike Mewtwo is a pretty good Pokemon, and looking into the future, and we're probably talking way into the future, there are some legendary Pokemon on the horizon that do have a poison typing, which your psychic stuff will be super effective against. And there's no doubt in my mind that Psystrike Mewtwo will be at the very tip of top of that list. It all depends, Dean, on how much you want to take the game hardcore. Personally, I wouldn't have powered up a 14, 15, 11. That doesn't mean that it's wrong to. You often find contingents within our community that will try and tell you that their way of playing is the only way of playing. And that's not true. Not at all. If you like your 14, 15, 11 shiny Mewtwo, those IVs are not bad. They're not awful. It's going to deal some damage. You're going to do okay with that. Personally, I tend to be a bit, it's the Stardust. I'm stingy with it. Unless I'm pretty sure that I really want that Pokemon powered up, I don't do it. But then again, I'm one of those players that maxes Pokemon out, even though it's inefficient to do that, Stardust-wise. I know about damage breaks, I know that I can research and find out where the damage breaks are for each Pokemon and use my Stardust much more efficiently, which I don't. I just max them out because I like doing it. I enjoy doing that. Makes me feel good to have a fully maxed out Pokemon. I just do it and I like it. So it's all down to your playstyle, really. If you feel good about having a level 30 shiny Mewtwo with Side Strike, that's good. You will find a use for it. It will come. Amy, I've got a maxed out 98 Side Strike Mewtwo and a maxed out 93 Shadow Ball Mewtwo. I don't have a Side Strike Mewtwo, but I've got this, which is a Shadow Ball, 98%, and I've got this, which is Shadow Ball, which is a 91%. I haven't done a Side Strike one yet. I'm still in search of a decent IV. I've got 91%. Lucky, which is always tempting to me, 50% reduction in Stardust, but I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I'm not in a huge rush to do it because there's nothing on the near horizon that's going to require that psychic power. But really, out there on the horizon, there are some legendaries that it's going to be useful against. So, yeah. Yeah, the Side Strike Mewtwo blast through rocket stops. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's something else to take into consideration. I often think about my Pokemon almost exclusively in relation to raiding, rather than anything else. And the Go rocket stops have now become infinitely more interesting to take on with the new Go Rocket stuff that's come into play. So having Pokemon powered up that enables you to tackle those stops quickly and effectively is a great idea. I rarely think about the Go Rocket stop stuff because I never really found it challenging. I would...
Just be careful, we only have a small screen to put your head on.
I didn't mean it like that. I already had stuff powered up, is what I meant. I already had stuff powered up, and I already knew which type beats which type. I guess the leaders are going to be a bit more challenging because the leaders do use shields.
Dean has a lucky 98 Side Strike at level 35 and a 35 Shadow Ball, which will be a lucky trade with a friend.
As it's only 94%.
So it's only 84%.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Doing a lucky trade and getting something similar in return is probably a wise move. I mean, you're not going to lose a lot if it goes lower, and there's a great chance that it's going to go higher. So I
Can it
agree.
go lower than 84? Because hasn't it got to be 3 stars now?
Yeah,
so
it can go lower because 3
stars
stars
is
81.
82.
So
yeah, okay, sorry.
So yeah, it can go lower, but there's
only just though.
Not a big chance of it, is there?
No.
So yeah. I mean, there's always PvP. There's a kind of small but vocal PvP community in the community where I play, and I do like PvP. I do. It's just I don't. Other than raiding, I don't tend to focus on anything too heavily in Pokemon Go. I do it all, but I don't focus on anything as heavily as raiding. It's what I love to do. I love sorting out the counters and everything. But I don't know whether a Mewtwo would be worth anything in PvP. I mean, at level 30, it's almost definitely going to be above 2500 CP, so it's going to be in the Master League. It could be worth it. It could be worth it. Anyway, if there are people out there that have never watched our channel before, on our sit down and chat about Pokemon Go Live, we play a little game. Every week, you get on your 7th stamp, you get a field research box that has either a Pokemon in it or a selection of Pokemon in it. Given that there's a selection, we're playing the game Guess the Pokemon.
When did it finish? When did it change?
Last week. Is that an Eevee that's in there?
Maybe. There's an outside facility.
There's an Eevee in that box.
There's flowers in there.
So, well, this is complicated. Thanks.
Welcome.
So, we're playing Guess the Pokemon, and that means you guess which Pokemon is going to come out of the box. The pool this week is the legendary birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, and Groudon and Kyogre.
For him, for me, it could be Zapdos, Articuno, Eevee with flowers in there. Moltres.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Shiny Groudon. Amy's got 2. Oh, wait a minute. Dean, there isn't much difference between a 14 and 15 attack Mewtwo as their DPS is there.
There won't be no, not really. There won't be a huge difference. Not at all. The only reason why I am
Valor through and through.
Yeah, it's just about having the best Pokemon. And so I completely accept that other people would choose to play differently. I'm completely on board with it.
Amy says she only has 2 PvP teams set up. My Mewtwo Rocket team and my OG team of 10 CP Swing Up team for Electric Quests.
So Dean says that I'm going to get a shiny Groudon. That would be lovely. And Amy says that I'm going to get a Zapdos. Any more guesses, guys?
And I'm going to get a Kyogre, but if it is an Eevee, she's
giving you a CP.
She has. So if she literally is the only one that gives me CP, does that mean she gets the point?
That's the other game that we play, guys. If there's only one Pokemon in the box, we play Guess the CP, which is guessing what the CP is for the Pokemon that's going to come out of the box.
Oh, I'm going to get a shiny Moltres. Oh, the chicken with no
shiny
feathers.
Moltres.
Feathers?
I would love a shiny Moltres.
I've got one.
Well, I've got one too. It's just I don't have.
There's a whooper outside.
I don't have. Not for me. I don't have any good Moltres, and I've been wanting to power one up for ages. I've done some lucky trades for Moltres, and none of them have gone good. Amy needs a shiny Zappy boy. Any more guesses out there, guys? Before we play, it's the legendary birds: James, Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, Kyogre, and Groudon. He's got 98%, 96%, sorry, shiny Moltres. That's 93%. Why is that not maxed out? That's the question I've got to ask. What, it should be no, let me have a look at it. Has it got... Yeah, it should be maxed out with... Well, it doesn't have enough candy. It should be maxed out with 2 moves, that. Get it on the list. Oh, what's this? Is that the one that we were looking at?
Yeah.
So you've got a better one?
Yeah.
That should be nice. With 2 moves.
False.
Richard, Groudon, Amanda, Articuno.
Shiny Moltres is just a fire raw chicken. Exactly. I don't really like the look of it, but I've been told to max it out now.
It's good. That's why.
Alright.
It's one of the best counters for the current raid boss.
Alright then. I'm doing it. Look, I'm doing as I'm told. Hi, Carlos. Unfortunately, we can't read that.
Well, we can try, but we don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's nice and polite. Right, we're ready. Let's play. What are you powering Pokemon up for? You're supposed to be doing that. You shake your head. At least you've got a place to put your rare candies now.
I hate you sometimes.
No, you don't. You love me. That's why we're married.
No, we're married for tax purposes.
Yeah.
What's it like being married?
Same as not being married, really.
Do you know what? somebody asked me on Messenger. Sean said to me, "What's it like being married? What's married life like?" I said, "Pretty much like unmarried life, but with more paper."
Yeah, with more certificates.
Yeah.
Stop powering that up. You could do that later, and let's play.
Guess the CP. No, guess the
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Already.
We are just too cute, apparently.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's an Articuno.
I got a Kyogre.
That's actually quite impressive.
Kyogre.
Quite impressive that I opened the box at the right time. Can these run?
No.
Are you sure?
I've never had.
I've got wet fingers.
I've had the game tell me it's run, and then it just appeared in my box.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like from quests and stuff. Yeah.
Now that is interesting.
I got a Kyogre, but not a shiny one. Whoops. Wrong berry. Oh, I nearly threw the ball there. Kyogre, you naughty Pokemon.
What berry did you put on?
No.
What's actually wrong berry?
Oh no, I was about to put a nana berry on it. Don't.
Oh well. Bop 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 baby.
Only a nice
Benjamin.
Look at him sleeping.
Oh yes. Faster sleeps.
Yay!
Hurrah!
I caught it. Kyogre was caught.
You're laughing at me.
I'm laughing at my IVs.
Oh,
10, 11, 11.
Ah, you like 10, 10, 10s, don't you?
Yeah, I do like that.
Excellent throw! Yes.
You
Did
tell
you see
it.
that?
You tell it. Excellent throw.
Oh, I didn't even stay in.
Shiny check.
Going to get off now, guys. It's wine night at home, and I'm neglecting my parents. Love you guys. Hope to see you soon.
Okay,
See
see you in a bit.
Really want shiny Groudon just as well. I've lined up one for trade for shiny Riri.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That Meowth was not shiny.
It was not.
It says it's raining, but there's no rain graphic going on at all.
Happy.
Right, guys. That, my friends, is the end of our sit down and talk about Pokemon Go show. Sit and watch Amanda and Richard bicker. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.